So we're playing this list from Stormgeist Mite. We're playing some Living End. They finally got rid of Leyline of Sanctity, which obviously Leyline of Sanctity is a very powerful card, but it's also wildly, wildly inconsistent. New Blood Artist? I think it's, I don't know. There are certain matchups where you want a fourth. A Canister top 8'd a couple weeks ago, probably about a month ago at this point, with a fourth Living End in his deck, where you just like boarded in against certain. You boarded in against certain copies of decks, like longer, grindier games where you're gonna need to like a 4-color or something, where there's like multiple endurances and multiple all kinds of stuff happening. We have one cycler and a whole lot of nothing. Yes, I am. I'm very much excited for all that shit. I love that shit. I guess we'll put back Skyturtle. Mr. Streamer times changed. Yeah, that's true. Modern, Living End. Then Modern. 56 ticket. Elves. Alright. Yield for the turn. So we don't really want to cycle this. I don't think I want to cast this yet. I'm just gonna play this, and I'm not gonna let them know what we're doing right away. They're rhinos. They are rhinoceroses. They could be playing Blood Moon. I guess I will grief them now. Let's see what they're up to. They're obviously rhinos. Brazen Borrower, Fury, Shardless Agent. What do we want them not to have? We don't really want them to have what? Brazen Borrower? We don't want them to get that back. We don't want to put Fury in their yard. I think we just take Outburst. They could Brazen Borrower this back to our hand. Oh, they're not going to do that. Alright, so we want them to go Rhinos. Beautiful. Okay. So now they make it the Rhinos. Okay. All we need to do, and it is pretty simple, all we need to do is cycle into a land. That's it. I'll take you. Draw a card. That's pretty good. I guess, in theory, they could have drawn a land, so we'll do this during their upkeep. They could draw a Force of Negation, and we would lose the game to a Force of Negation. Because we know their hand is Fury, Stomping Ground, so let's do it. Let's do it now. Let's do it now before they draw. There's a bunch of them. Menino Nay. Menino Nay. RVNG only plays Living End. Menino Nay only plays Living End. Jose plays Living End. Pretty sure those are the ones I know. Okay, so they're rhinos. Listen, if I was you, I'd be boarding in 4 sets of rhinoceroses right now. You know? I don't necessarily know what we sideboard. I don't think we really have to sideboard very much. They're gonna have endurances. That's gonna be the big difference. I guess we want subtleties for endurance over wakers, which can just be unsummoned. I guess waker's good. It blocks rhinos. Probably over curators. And a turtle. Alright. Disputes. Over what? Over what? What would you take in? What would you play? What would you go for disputes? It doesn't really, like, what does dispute stops? It stops their Force of Negations. But we could kind of play around them. We really care about them having their endurances, because they're going to have, like, 4. Maybe. But we need to keep some number of cyclers. Oops. Should we keep this? The ultimate in gamble? Mulligan. This is way better. Keep. We'll put back Breeding Bull. 1 Street Wraith, 1 Grief. But isn't Street Wraith... Aren't Street Wraiths and Grief so good? Isn't Grief so good? Well, they're taking their sweet time. Let's get this elf stack set up. Where was it? Just look over here at the tickets. Download. Opponent still hasn't done anything. Alright, yield to a turn. What are they doing? I want to see if I want to cycle one of these. Alright, I wanted to see if I could hit a Grief, but... Or 4-color blink. I want to play this to fetch basic forest if they Blood Moon me. I don't really want to cycle too much until I have access to their hand. It's just crazy how Grief is just the best card you want to draw every single turn of the game all the time. I guess I'll cycle you. It's a good draw. I don't think we go for it, right? If we go for it, if they have Living End, if they have Grief, I think we just wait. We just chillin'. They're fetching lands for basics. They are not chilling, indeed. They're fetching lands of the Blood Moon variety. There's an endurance. Just cast this. Wow, they 4-star force. They have 2 cards in hand. Ouch. Grief, please. Ice our thing. Well, that sucks. Let's cycle the Curator into an untapped land. Beautiful. Beautiful. Seems strong. They conceded. Okay. This hand is bad, but I like it. I like shitty hands. Brokeback Basic Mountain. I'm sorry, I missed your sub. Thank you. And Pat B. Thank you for the follow. Okay, so we could cycle the Riverwinder, cycle Street Wraith to get to try and grief them on one, but I don't think we need to do that because they're gonna be doing. I don't think we need to do that right away. They're gonna think they're not gonna think that we're living ends. But this is gonna be a hard match to win. Murktide is a hard deck. We don't want them to know we're living end. Like maybe there they would have buried a creature or something. Now they're gonna know we're living end. We're gonna let them know now. Cycle. Okay. We need to draw land now. We just need a land. Now they know. Well, they saw the subtlety. All right, pay 2 life. Oh shit. Oh disaster. Apparently, I just need to mulligan every hand that has a living end. They did see the Force of Will. We're gonna draw the 3rd living end now and lose the game. I'm just gonna subtlety this. That's stupid. I could just unsummon it if I draw land. Okay. I'm gonna discard a weaker. We have a lot of excitement going on. I don't think it was a bad keep. We had 2 cyclers. It turned out to be a bad keep, but at the time I don't think it was so bad. Yay! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, excuse me. If you draw the living ends, you just scoop, generally. You can hardcast some of the creatures, but for the most part, yeah, you kind of just scoop. Target player draws. Now the question is, do we want to use the Skyturtle to bounce the Shredder right now? Probably not. Iteration. Okay, we'll let them cast their spells. I kind of want a Colossal Skyturtle back, the Ledger Shred, or the DRC. Yeah, I mean, you could do that. This particular list doesn't have Endurance as main. So the question is, I want to get a forest here to preserve my life total. But do I unsummon the DRC? I think I do that. I think I actually just cast the Waker. Dude, that's just so not cool. I guess we need to take the Riverwinder to hand. There's no point, like, we only get 1 shot at living end, right? Because... Bro... Not cool. Alright, we're going to cycle the Riverwinder to try and hit a land. We're probably going to miss and then lose the game. Okay. Okay, so now we'll Colossal Skyturtle back the Dragonary's Channeler. We basically only have the $60 lost round 1. What format are we talking about? Why are they playing cards? All right. We just want to preserve our life as much as possible. So we're going to Skyturtle the DRC. I guess we could return the Ledger Shredder to hand. Alright, so... Shardless Agent. So, let's see. If we cast Shardless Agent, they just counter it. We have to wait till their turn. We have one living end in the deck. Alright, if we cast Outburst here, what happens? Just gonna bounce that. We're gonna try and draw another Force of Negation. Or Grief. We only have one shot at the living end, right? We have one opportunity, one shot. Alright. We will draw living end for sure. I mean, maybe. Grief? Okay. Alright, so we have Outburst. When are we doing this? I guess we do it upkeep. There is no fear in this dojo. I mean, they could still have 3 counterspells here. Alright, we'll let them surveil. The fact that they're starting with a Spell Pierce is really not good for us. Alright, so here is pitch, subtlety. Fear is the only thing I feel. Huh? Okay. I'm just going to do this because if they have another one, the game's over. If they have a third counterspell, the game's over. I mean, they're through 33% of their deck, so that they probably have another counterspell at this point. Their Unholy Heating stuff? Sure. I mean, my graveyard is the stackiest of stacked graveyard. No, they're through 33% of their 33 cards. They get a bunch of 1/1s. Let's look at our cards. Then we get a Grief. Okay. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Alright, I think we get them pretty dead here. I don't know. I can't do this kind of math. Another DRC. Another bird. Okay, so I'm gonna grief you. It's in your hand. Get rid of it. A counterspell. Ah, they do counterspell for turn. Let's see what happens. So, if we pass the turn, they get to attack. These are all zeros. So this is 1 power. How much power do they have? This is a -1. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 power. So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. But the question is, do we play it safe? Whatever. Math is for blockers. Math is for blockers. We could have left these 2 giant things back. But they're 10, so they have to, like, block a lot. We could have left these two back, and then if they draw like another Murktide, we don't just lose the game. We should have left these two back. If they go Murktide, they grow these two. Yeah, we should have left these two back. But we're never punished. Alright, what do we want? We want these. We want... I don't think we want subtleties. I think we do want disputes. We want endurances. Bolt was lethal too. No, because they had to chump block. They wouldn't have had that many creatures left. They had to chump block because we attack with a lot of power. So Bolt wasn't lethal. The only thing that was lethal was a Murktide. I don't think we're going to be able to resolve many agents. Curator just kind of gets wrecked. Brazen Borrower seems fine. Boarding in all these. What are we cutting? I guess we could shave one of these. Shave a Waker. Shave a Street Wraith. Alright. This might be too much shaving, but... they're going to have Force of Negations. They're going to have... oh, we should have Foundation Breakers in too, because they're going to have the goddamn Hearst in. Oh, this matchup becomes a bit of a nightmare. Okay. Down to keep this. Down to keep this. Hand, pretty sweet. Okay, so they mulligan to 6. Playing a Bauble. Will you be playing this challenge tomorrow? No. I don't know. Tomorrow's going to be weird. 4 Baubles. Okay. Tomorrow's going to be weird because it's that stupid sealed thing. I guess I don't want to cycle now. I guess the problem is like griefing them when they have 2 cards in hand doesn't accomplish anything. We'll just hold up Force of Negation if they try and Hearst. Am I playing this in the challenge tomorrow? No, I don't think I'll play Living End in the challenge. I don't particularly enjoy Living End as a deck. I don't really like one-dimensional decks. Yeah, I'm in the thing. I might as well play in it, right? Looks like they kept all Baubles and they just missed. It seems kind of wild they didn't pop this Bauble. We'll cycle you. Oops, all Baubles indeed. They should have cycled that a bunch. They would just get greedy. Cycle you. I guess we're just griefing. Pitching. Alright, what am I doing here? What am I doing? This is my only blue card. I could grief, pitch, and grief. I could cycle this. Alright. Let's grief, pitch, and grief. We can use this to cycle. We want to hit a Hearst here. Oh my god, they just have nothing? They've just legit nothing? What? What? The fuck is this hand? I guess we just take Iteration? I guess we just take Bolt? No, Iteration. What is this hand? The old no permission. They do get to draw 2 here. Yep. Alright, so now we just need to cycle into the thing, which we're not going to do. Okay, we'll get a green here. We're getting very lucky that they're just drawing like trash. Just very lucky, but they kept a greedy hand. They didn't attack. Nice. I'm just gonna cast an Endurance right now. They're one land away from casting a Giant Murktide. I mean, all we need to do is draw a Cascader. Their upkeep bolting me? Sure. Making sure they hit a land. Reasonable. Reasonable. It pitched... Okay. Interesting. We'll block one. Looks like they're gonna bolt. To kill my Endurance? I don't know how I feel about this. They bolting Endurance? Sure. I mean, I just have another one. I guess we just let this resolve. And I want to draw a Cascader. So their hand is Ledgish. 1, 2. Alright, let me draw another Cascader, please. A Cascader. Linked and prelay. Well, that's... We'll just Endurance them again. We'll play that. Okay. They only have 3 cards in hand. That's fine. Don't really care about that. Our graveyard is so stacked at this point. Our graveyard is beyond stacked. Okay, so now we just need to Waker of Waves and do a stupid thing. Alright, so we cast Waker. We just need a Cascader. Cascader, please. Cascader, please. What the fuck? I guess we take Endurance in our hand. No, that serves me right. I'm gonna attack with this. They'll probably block with one of their creatures to put stuff in the graveyard. Nope. Okay. Endurance for all the days. Alright, deck. We just need a Cascader. Vomit. On the bright side, at least we're not drawing living ends. I really want to fucking Force of Negation this bauble. But I know that's unhealthy. You put a card on top. This deck is just something else. Alright, so we actually have a Shardless Agent now. Unfortunately, if we cast it, what happens? They have a Murktide. Whatever. Dispute backup seems good enough. We lose to Flusterstorm. Actual counterspell we beat. Oh my goodness. Holy God. That. think they've conceded. Okay. These have been some hard games. A lot of complicated decision making. There's a lot of stuff with this deck where you just... deck kind of plays itself. Yeah, 2-0-4-0. They did keep a sus hand. They kept all the baubles. Their hand just did nothing. We would have killed them a million years ago, but we had no cascaders ourselves. Like 4-color elementals with the Eldamri's Call to Endurance main package. What's up? Mistvale Bridge. Ooh, intriguing. I can't resist. I have to see what they're up to. I have to see what Mistvale Bridge is up to. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, I'm glad I did. Ho, ho, ho. Well, confirmed not ghosting. Get that shit out of here, please. Thank you. What else do they have? What the hell's in their hand? A Frog Knight, a Memnite. If I am in a cycle, I might as well... We'll just wait. Take the Memnite, that'll show them. Take that Memnite, that'll show them. Cranial Blading. Oh, I might need to take the Memnite now. Okay. Uh-oh. I just snagged the Memnite. Listen, you guys mock the Memnite, but there's a cranial plating right there. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. There's a Frogomite. They're gonna play a Frogomite for free! So OP, so broken. They're not playing a Frogomite. Why are they not playing Frogomite? Why? All we need is... shit. I think we are dead. The question is, how many relics are they playing in this list? That's very true. You're right. You want to see something funny? If they would have played Memnite last turn, if they would have played the Frogomite, they'd have 2 more power, and we'd be taking... They'd have 1 more artifact, which would be 15, and they'd have 2 more power, which would be the Frogomite. You're absolutely right about that CE slam, said slam. Yeah, I should have kept this in my hand in case I drew. Luckily, we have to crack this and go to 3 and cast this and die. There's no basic mountain. But we will go out on our own terms. Oh, you see, when you mock a deck, that's when you lose to it. I mocked this deck. I mocked its power, and then I died to it. This is how it works. It's how it works. How it works. We want artifact killy things. Yeah, I mean... So, if I would have pitched the grief to the grief instead of being greedy, I would have been able to cycle the Street Wraith. It would have been better. Speaking of greedy hands... What do we put back? I guess we put the Force of Vigor back. Because we get to grief them. Take your graveyard artifact hate. Metallic Rebuke too. That's going to be fun to play around. We're going to get Breeding Pool. Nice. Alright, so we go so we know they have Metallic Rebuke. So we wait. We could do it now during the draw step. And if we do it now, 1, 2, 3, they won't be able to activate There Is a Saga. And then we can untap, cast this. It's probably fine. Because they have to tap, tap, tap. Okay. So now we're going to draw land. We're going to cycle the Street Wraith. Land? Okay, perfect. Now we're going to cycle this. And hope this is good enough. If we would have waited till next turn, they could have got another hate piece. Master TG55, thank you for the 9 months of subscriptions and support. I appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, we're yielded. They get to make one giant person here. But we have a lot of artifact stuff we can use. 7/7. We just want to draw Force of Vigor. That's not it. We shall cycle this. Always yield. Scry to the bottom. Foundation Breaker. Okay. So they can go 1, 2. So let's see. This can tap this for blue, and then they go 1, 2, and rebuke this. So I guess if we attack with the Grief, this box here, then they go to 1, 2, rebuke this. There's no way to get this in around rebuke unless we wait till next turn. I guess we wait till next turn. Okay, they drew a land. So if they suit up that, this is fine. If they put the cranial plating on it, and if they swing, we just double block it with these two. If they don't swing, but it's up to them what they want to do. We should probably just kill this Shadow Sphere. Maybe we just kill the Ornithopter. We'll see. No attacks. Want to attack with the Sphinx? Because then they just go equip, smack me in the face, gain 1,000,000 life, right? Then they have lifelink. They have 8 power lifelink. They want to hold up Metallic Rebuke. Okay. Let's think. What's the best thing to do here? So we can Foundation Breaker the Shadow Sphere. That doesn't do anything. We can Foundation Breaker the Construct token, but then they just, any creature they draw becomes a million. We can Foundation Breaker the Cranial Plating, which might be the best thing, but then like we don't have good attacks. I guess if we Cranial Plating that, we can attack with the Flyer. Because then they just, we can just hit the, we can Foundation Breaker the Cranial Plating. I think it might just be the Cranial Plating. Thoughts? Chat, what do you think, chat? Yeah, I think it's the plating. I think it's the plating. Now we can attack with this. I don't think I Living End now. Number one, they have Metallic Rebuke up. Now we can attack with the Flyer. A Metallic Rebuke is counter unless somebody pays 3, and we have 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now we'll just double block. Is there any way? Oh, I guess they can make X treasures. I guess they lose an artifact to make. We'll just gang block. They only make 2 treasures. They make 2 treasures and they lose a treasure, so they go up 1. But there's no reason not to get blown out by it. I can go 1, 2, 1, and then this. Oh, motherfucker. I hate this deck. 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 Just, oh, by the way, you're done. I, like, put these things in the graveyard so I can, like, draw land, play this Living End, right? Get all this back, kill this, win the game. But I hate this deck so much. Oh, my God, I hate this deck. Now we have to kill them the old-fashioned way. This is why this deck is very RNG dependent. We have a Curator of Mysteries. It's going to attack for a long time. Maybe I should have saved this Shardless Agent in hand. Or, yeah, we're just gonna die. We're just gonna die to them. Yeah, but you just jam a million leagues. Look at how fast we're going through this league. Doesn't really make it good or consistent, in my opinion. It's powerful, nonetheless. It is a powerful deck, but there's an RNG component to it. All right. So now we have to double block this. Then we just get beat on by this. It's just great. Just terrific. They still have the Rebuke in their hand. Maybe we can actually Force Negation something. I just hate drawing the 3rd Living End. That's just what tilts me out. This tilts me out of the planet. Through the roof. I don't like it because, yeah, it pilots itself and loses to itself. It's like, oh, did your opponent draw the hate? Yes? Okay. Alright, so if we block, we're just going to get ranched by this thing in the air. We don't have a choice, right? And there's a Metallic Rebuke. Like, we can't win this game. We can't win this game, and it's only because we drew this Living End. Like, if we didn't draw the Living End... Well, I'm not really making any decisions. Like, in order to beat Murktide, I had to rip a Force of Negation like a Luxac. You know? I guess we could draw more foundation breakers, but it's just... Yeah, your combo is a 3-mana spell. You are correct. Now they get to just put the Shadow Sphere on the Thought Monitor. What just happened? What did I miss? Why the fuck didn't they kill this? What? I guess they must have misclicked. Looks like we're still in this game because our opponent misclicked. Yeah, Rhinos is more fun to play. I don't know. I'm not here to ask those kind of questions, you know? This is when... Okay. I don't know if this actually has a fetchable left. This might not actually have a fetchable left. Breeding Pool, Island, 1-2, 1-2. Nope, no fetchables. No fetchables left. That's awesome. Yeah. No, that's not how this works. No, that's not how this works. Cranial plating. Hopefully, they're not going to know that I don't have any fetchables left. And they're going to be like, oh, well, I don't want to rebuke this. They'll just pay. Holy shit. Jeez. Jeez, dude. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you, my friend. Welcome, everyone who just got a subscription from Burnt. That's crazy. We just got lucky. We got so lucky that they don't know. Thank you, Burnt. Alright. Thanks for the comment. Well, I'll try. We got lucky they didn't know. Sidewinder. We could cast this, but we need to get another land. I'm going to cycle this. We need a more land. We need, what do we need? We need all kinds of stuff. Oh, boy. Grief. Put that at the bottom. Put that at the bottom. A Curio Blue, thank you. So now let's... We just need land. Skyturtle. Skyturtle, we can return something, so we'll keep Skyturtle. Skyturtle seems good. Skyturtle. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Mercurial Blue. Thank you. Thank you, Burnt. Thopter? Sure. Alright, so their one card in hand is Metallic Rebuke. We need to get to lands. The only lands we have now are the come into play tap lands. That's probably good. Alright. As long as they avoid drawing Thought Monitors or Urza Sagas or anything like that. I have no... There's no living ends left. We've used all 3. There's 1, 2, and then the third one's in our hand. So we can't outburst. We can't do anything. Let's return Foundation Breaker. Put this at the bottom. Okay. So we can start casting Foundation Breakers. They could counter it with the Rebuke. Then the other one resolves. We could just invoke this. Block and kill the... Oh, God, this is so annoying. We have to settle in for the long game. So we're just not going to do anything until we get some more lands. They're making treasure. Fancy. Fancy making treasure. No, not that fucking card. No. Anything but that card. They just draw 2. Stop it. Okay. God, maybe you're right. Maybe we should have taken the grief for this fucking rebuke. Alright, well. Yay, 1 land. That's awesome. We just need to Foundation Breaker. We need to kill the Shadow Sphere? Or we need to kill this 5/5. I think we kill the 5/5. Shadow Sphere is annoying, but they're not attacking with it. As long as they keep not attacking with it, we could maybe win this game. No, Sunken Ruin's gone a long time ago. Gingerbread. Oh no. We now have a clock on our hands. Shit. Shit. Die to the fucking cookie. We are. We are gonna die to the cookie. We are gonna die to the cookie. Alright. Shardless Agent. So we can Foundation Breaker the stupid Shadow Sphere. God, I hate this right now. I hate when like the plan A falls apart and you're in this shitty plan B thing. I hate it. I hates it. I did it all for the cookie. So you could take that cookie. Yes. Alright. This Metallic Rebuke has just been a thorn in our side for all time. Maybe I should have just played the Shardless Agent there. But just give me something to counterspell. Aether Spellbomb. Alright, we're going to counter this. They can rebuke this. Get this rebuke out of my life. This means I'm taking a literal fuck ton of damage. Just do it. Just get this goddamn... Why are you sacking? Yeah, sure. No. Alright, we did it. We got the rebuke out of our life. They should, like, attack with both... I wonder if they go full send here. And then whichever Thought Monitor I block, they should... Okay, or not. I was going to say they go full send, right? And then whichever Thought Monitor I block, they bounce to their hand. But they don't want to do that. Fine. Alrighty. Oh, we just lose. We just lose. Just dead. So we block there, we take this. We're not winning this game. We decided we weren't going to win this game when we, like, drew this. Even though, like, we were setting up the game, like, we were double blocking their thing. Ugh. This deck just, it just devolves into a position where these grindy, miserable games. It's so miserable. It's so miserable. But on the plus side, the deck did betray me doing that. Alright, let's keep. No, they don't have MH2 drafts. What's in your hand, opponent? I want to see. I want to see. I want to see. Chicken Hawk. opponent. Let me see. Oh god. Okay, so we take the Wren. What do we take? We take the Wren. Alright, all we need to do is get to a 3rd red mana. Oh, perfect. Perfect. So we have 1, 2 living ends. So good news. When we draw the 3rd one next turn, I will rage out and stop playing this deck. I mean, we will probably lose. Okay. We need a red land. If we are going to grief, we might as well grief now. What the hell is the point of waiting? We don't want to take the Titan now, because if we take the Titan now, when we living end, the Titan will come back into play. Primeval Titan Explorer. The question is, do we take... I guess we just take the Explorer. Alright. All we need to do, and it's very simple, is we need to draw a single red land before we draw the 3rd living end. This sounds easier than it is. There are... Modern living end. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 red sources in the deck? That's it. 7910. Alright, here's Tribe Elder. Okay, so a red source of mana. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alrighty. Wouldn't... 1 red mana. 1 red mana. That's all we have to do. It sounds very simple. Right? It sounds simple. It sounds so simple. 1 red mana before... red land. Oh my god. Fuck this deck. I hate this deck. I hate this deck. I hate this deck. I hate this deck. I went through 17 cards in my library before I found a red source. I did, however, find all 3 living ends. Ever conceded a league? It's okay. It's okay. Everything's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's okay. Do they have endurances in that stupid deck? I don't even care. I don't even care about endurances. Need endurances, main? Apparently. I guess, to me, there are certain decks that just... I don't know, man. 4th endurance in. Fuck you, man. Why is it here? Why do you have to be here? Good. Stay away. Don't want you here. I don't want you here. This deck is so stupid. I could have cycled the Striped Riverwinder to try and find a grief. To grief away some kind of chalice or something stupid that they're going to play. And now you're in the sideboard games with this stupid deck. And now you're in the, oh, I hope they don't have fucking... Oh my god. They're one of random chalice. Cool. Oh Oh my god. I deserve this. I deserve this. Oh boy. Alright, so I should have cycled this. Should have cycled the Striped Riverwinder. I hit a grief. I would have griefed away the chalice, and I'd be winning this game. What's the command? What do you mean? I have played so many decks. I think it's here. I don't know if this is what this is going to get for you. Yeah, I mean, you know. Oh, good. Good. There's one. The other two, don't worry. Don't worry. The other fucking two are coming. You can look at my Stream Decker. My Stream Decker has like everything. Primeval, another Chalice of the Void. Well, let's take his fucking thingy. Alright, so we have our thing. Alright. Live by the sword, die by the sword. That's one way to say it. Another way to say it would be... So we have 3 outs now we're looking for. And the fucked up part is it didn't even matter because they have 2 chalices in their hand. We're looking for Otawara, and the one fucking Brazen Borrower. Turtle doesn't do it. Turtle has betrayed us. Turtle betrayed us. Why am I being attacked by a Secure Tribe Elder? What is happening? Why has everything gone wrong? Nothing. I saw nothing. I saw nothing. Okay, well, we've solved the problem of the chalice in our opponent's hand. Okay, so we have to draw a land and an Otawara. Yeah. It's okay. What they did, all that they did was they did it so that they pretended that we griefed them on turn 1 and we took one of their chalices. So they fixed the natural game state from my punt, which I appreciate. Okay. We'll take the land because we need to get to 4 lands anyway. Otawara costs 4. So, okay. So this is very simple. All we have to do, we have 3 outs. We have Otawara, and a Brazen Borrower. That's 3 outs, and there's 2 living ends left in the deck. So I have to use 3 cards over 2 cards. I'm tired of getting hit by this little fucker. Otawara. It's almost as... If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Alright, we're not going to cascade here. But I'm tired of getting hit in the mouth. No. I'm tired of getting punched in the mouth by this Tribe Elder. You don't grief the prime time? No. If you grief the prime time, it's a dangerous proposition to grief a prime time. Because then it comes back into play with our living end. Alright, we need Otawara. We need to draw Otawara. They don't want to. They like attacking with Tri-Builder. Okay. So, what do we need to do? We put a bunch of Cascade cards on the bottom. When we cascaded, we revealed all these non-Otawara lands, so we can't crack this. We need to draw Otawara. We need Otawara. Shit. Yeah. Yeah, it's smart. It's a smart thing to do. So tilted. I hate this deck. Yeah. So, are we running Besage? No, we're just playing Atawaras. Just playing Atawaras. I miss Steve. Well, Steve was a lot friendlier than this. A lot friendlier, I assure. Steve was a lot friendlier. Steve was a lot nicer. His punches didn't hurt. There's literally nothing we can do. Maybe they play Old Growth Dryad. I don't think that they do. I think that I didn't respect the chalices because they only have 2, and I didn't sideboard around it. And the problem with this deck is you need to play magical fucking sideboard, and your sideboard hate has to line up with what they have, and it's so fucking stupid. Pretty soon we'll be playing elves. I'm giving it 1 draw step. So now next turn we just take 1,000,000 damage to this. GG's. Our opponent played 1 piece of hate and we died to it. Even if I griefed them on turn 1, they had the 2 chalices. 1 piece of miserable hate. I guess it's my own fault for not being more prepared for it. I should have at least cycled in response to hit a Force of Negation. That's my own fault. I was tilted and... Alright. Prediction. We got a random grief hanging out. Urza Saga. Sick. Expedition map. Even sicker. I'm going to cycle this now so I can maybe hit a black card to... No, I'll draw a Force of Negation. Cool. So we're playing against the other most annoying Titan deck. On the plus side, I hate this deck more than I hate the last deck. We'll just play this land tapped because, you know, we don't have any cyclers, so that's cool. They get to get... Hopefully they don't have Bajuka Bog. Oh, cool, they have Bajuka Bog. Awesome. That's the best. It's my favorite. The main deck Bajuka Bog every turn for the rest of the game. What could go wrong? An amulet that I can't Force Negation? This is terrific. Dryad, great. Alright, everything will be okay if we draw a black card. Yeah, but then they can even get the map off the saga. Alright, if we draw a black card and we can grief them, flashback grief, I will be happy. Black card. Ugh. What's up? Well, thank you. Yeah, it was. Good games, good games. Did you have 2 chalices in your opener? Just tell me you had 2 chalices so I don't feel bad. We can Shardless Agent away this. You did have 2 chalices? Alright. Perfect. Perfect. If we kill this Dryad, then later when we cast an actual Living End, it'll come back to haunt us. How many chalices are you playing? 3? That's a good time to draw them when you're playing against Living End. Alright. I don't think we can win this game in a million years. We have no cyclers. We need to chain together like 5 cyclers. Okay. 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 Just gonna F6. And then when they cast a Primeval Titan, I drew all 3 of my Living Ends. I drew all 3 of my Living Ends and I couldn't win. So we'll just be F6'd. Let them think that we're F6 and then we'll Violent Outburst these 2 away. But the problem is... What the fuck is this? Get the fuck out of here. Tarn. Alright, so we have to draw a black card. If we draw a black card, we can grief them and then take away all their shit. Need a black card. Black card. Fuck. Alright. We'll just let them go nuts and then we'll outburst in the middle of everything. Because if we agent now, they just get to untap. And it doesn't really seem like it does anything. Well, just... They're going to be able to do a million different things, right? Turtle power. Because... They get 1 land here, and they have double amulet, so 1 land is 1,000,000 mana. So might as well wait for them to put a second Dryad and wait for attack phase and just Living End this all away. Yeah. There's not much we can do except for sit here and watch them dirtle. Which I can't tell you how much I hate. But, you know, this is amulet. People want to dirtle with amulet. And it's okay. Dirtling is an important part of Magic. They have to figure it out. They have 14,000 mana. And what do they want to do? How do they want to kill me? There's so many ways for them to kill me. Summoner's Pact. Sure. Why not? I should counter this, but I kind of want it to be... Yeah, we'll see how deep they go. Do I want to make you guys sit through this? No. I mean... No. We could just Living End them, wait for them to do all this stuff, wait for them to go to combat, cast Living End, kill all their shit. But I'm glad they had to think about that. Alright, what do we want? We want these things. Cut this, cut this, cut this. Don't really need Force of Negations. We want subtleties for their endurances. Alright. That was a close game. Now we get to play the fun part of playing around Endurances and Relic of Progenesis. Guess we'll keep this hand. This might have too many lands in it. We're cycling first to see if we draw. Alright, that's a good draw. Cycling first to see if we draw like a 1-drop or we can... a 1-mana cycler. This deck. Alright, they're not doing anything? Hell yeah. It's kind of good. It's kind of good. These lists generally have like 2 Endurances in the sideboard. 2 Endurances, maybe 3, depending. But this is a Karn list. They played Karn, so chances are they don't have as many Endurances. If they are playing Karn, so let's like look. Since our opponent's going to take forever to make their decision. Let's look. Amulet Titan. So this is a non-Karn version. There's a couple of lunatics that always play Karn. Oh, they made their decision. Alright, we grief them. Endurance Karn. Nice. Bajuka Bog. Nice. Well, we have to take the Endurance. Oh. Now they just get an Endurance back to block our things. Nice. If we pass a turn, they just Bajuka Bog us, so we have to cast the agent. We just take their Karn away from them, which is nice. They do, in fact, play Endurance. Well, we get to take the Karn away. I get the Karn out of here. They shoveled our Living End back into our deck, which is probably a mistake. Now we just sit here and wait and hope that we don't draw garbage. Just lost to Hammer Time? Gross. Civic Growth Chamber. Yield to the turn. Yeah. If you're ever playing against Living End, don't put your opponent's Living Ends back in the deck. Don't do it. Don't give it to him. Oh no, we've been Bajuka Bogged. However will we recover? Alright. We are going to attack. Going to attack. Okay. Crumbling Vestige. Sure. It's alright. Has its pros and cons. Yawgmoth has its good things. Has its bad things. Could be 4-color. It's not a great matchup. You could beat Murktide. It's not the worst matchup. Alright, so they have a Summoner's Pact. Which means we have to hold up Force of Negation. I'm just going to full swing here. They'll block here, which means they'll take 6. Which means they go to 8. Summoner's Pact. Yawgmoth has some strengths, some weaknesses. It's very weak to the ephemerate version of elementals. Thalos is on the down low. Forest. Sick. What's opponent on? They are playing the shitty deck. Guess I'm just gonna Otawara that and attack. Doesn't get any better for me if I don't Otawara that. Then maybe I draw another thingy and I bounce this. It's not great. Titan. They're playing Titan. They're playing Titan. Alright. Now we need to draw another Otawara. Bounce this. Attack him? No. That doesn't work. Alright, well... we're probably dead here. But... if they go too ham next turn without having a haster, we could just kill them, living in their shit, which would be nice. Yeah, it's bullshit. Well, the trick is we want them to play the Dryad next turn. Okay, Summoner's Pact. I feel I should counter this. Okay. That was a very long tank for something that didn't matter. This whole... all the living ends. Turn off auto yields. Okay. So... we attack with this. They block it, right? Then we Shardless Agent, get it back, get rid of their stupid Colossus, and kill them. If I attack with this, and they just block this. If I attack with this, they block this, they leave this alone, right? I need this to die. Why would they kill this when they can just kill this? This has menace, so they need to double block it. I guess if they were smart, they would have made a thing here, but they're not. Swarix! Thank you for the raid. Welcome everyone from Swarix's stream. We are... Shardless. The question is, do I Force of Vigor 1-2 now? I think so. I think I have to. Forest. Island. 1, 2. I want to make them make a thing now. Because if I don't do this now, they make a thing, they untap, they make a thing, right? They get a lot of things off this. And they could kill us with these. Alright. So now we get our grief back, right? And we take their Cultivator Colossus. And hopefully their hand is garbage. And we win the game. That's a big hope. And that's a big if. Hopefully they have like Arboreal Grazers and dumb shit in their hands. Alright. So they didn't make a person. Cast a living end. We get back the grief. They just have another endurance. Oh, you suck. Cool. Well, this is, I mean, we get to wipe them, but they have a Cultivator Colossus in hand. But just like how are you supposed to play around all this crap? They have another endurance in hand. Well, cool. They have one land in hand plus one Cultivator Colossus. How bad could it be with one land? Why didn't I attack with Street Wraith? They wouldn't have needed to block. They wouldn't have blocked the thing. Right? The thing had menace. The Grief had menace, so they would have just killed the Street Wraith and they wouldn't have killed the Grief. And the Grief wouldn't have died, and I needed the Grief to die so I could take the Cultivator Colossus from their hand. So I don't just lose the game to a Cultivator Colossus. Alright, now we need a bunch of cyclers. Okay. The plan was to Grief, hit the Cultivator Colossus in their hand right now. Alright, well we could just Subtlety the Cultivator Colossus. That's not terrible. Unfortunately, they're going to make a bunch of Urza Saga tokens, which is kind of terrible. Luckily, Grazer has reach, so they're not just dead. They're down to 8 minutes left. Now this is game 2. Oh, Titan. They're trying to determine if they have the mana to make a person, but they don't. They've decided that they don't have that mana. We get to Subtlety. No. It can only find 0 or 1. 0 or 1. Alright, so now we Subtlety this. We're trying to win the game. We're trying very hard. I'm trying, Ringo. I'm trying real fucking hard. I'm trying to change. Okay, well. Alright, so we need to draw another Subtlety. This thing's only going to grow. Okay. Go nuts, opponent. Cast your Cultivator Colossus. Draw 1,000,000 cards. I don't think we can win now. They're going to draw 1,000,000 cards. Probably cast a Titan. Yep, we're done. Literally dead to this. This targets this. If they're smart, they target here. They copy that. They just give this. You know. Yep, we're dead. We're literally dead. Ace trample. God, this deck. That was a delight. Nope. Nope. Alright, let's play a self-stack.